Flosstube and welcome! I'm Rita Marie, also known as Stitching Marie, and this is my YouTube channel. Thank you for all that has subscribed and comment and continue watching my videos. Thank you and welcome back. And for you who are new, welcome. I really appreciate it. I want to give some shout outs. First of all to Michelle Bendy Stitchy. She was the one that motivated me to actually go and do these YouTube videos, and I am so grateful. This community is the most amazing thing I ever have been a part of. It's spectacular. I love it. So thank you, Michelle. I also want to give a big shout out to Stitching Jules. She is actually the first Flosstuber that I started to watch, and I immediately fell in love with her big projects, the way she don't stress about getting it all finished. She enjoys the process, and it truly shows, and I like that. That made me not be afraid to get many whips at once, and just don't stress about getting it finished, but just enjoying the process. So a big thank you to Stitching Jules. I also want to make a shout out to Laura from Laura X Stitches. She is an amazing woman. I just love her. We have now been talking non-stop for maybe a month or so, and I truly feel like I know her. She is a great person. She has great projects. She is so easy to talk to and get friends with. So if you're one of those that want to make a cross-stitch friends but you don't dare to take the leap, she would take you in at once. I was one of those, and she is actually the one who started to take contact with me, and it developed from there. So, but most of the people on Flosstube are like that. If you just dare to take a chance to leave a comment, or just try. It truly is amazing. I love this community. Laura X Stitches has also made a Facebook group for Pokemon. Those who do Pokemon cross stitch. Is called Pokemon Cross Stitchers. Come and join us there, talk to us, have a great time. We would love to have you. There's now a new release. It's called, what was the name again? It's a Heaven and Earth design that has come out with Eevee and all its evolutions. So if you're wanting to do that or planning to do that, come and join us on the Pokemon Cross Stitchers group. I'm thinking of buying it, but I'm doing Stitch from Stash, so I have to see when I can afford it. So yeah, life update, lot of sickness. Again, my husband is not fully healthy yet. He is struggling with some vitamin losses, so he have to get up. My son has been a little bit sick, and I myself have been sick. And because of my illness, when I get sick, if it don't take long time before I get a little bit healthy again, it don't take long until I get it back once more. But that just how it is. That's life for me. So if I'm a little bit groggy, or yeah, my nose is not the best, it's because I'm still a little bit sick, but then I get some stitching time in at least. Over to my whips. I have 2 finishes. I did finish my mini solar system from Cloud's factory. They're all done. Thinking of maybe make my own canvas and try to put them on as a cube. So me and my husband, when we're teaching, we easily can take it and put it on our desk in front of the children when we have about the planets. I think that would be a great idea. So I have to see what I can do about that. Usually I don't have a lot of FFOs because I'm mostly stitching. Second finish is one of the UFOs that was on my Year of Whips. The mini solar system is also on the Year of Whips. So I have 2 finishes for that. It's the tiger. It's now finished. I still have to wash it and see if I can get away this rust. The rust that has come on it. If you have any tips, please leave a comment. It would really help. So yeah, this is actually was my oldest whip. This is the first cross stitch I ever started. I started it when I was like 6 or 7 years old. I remember I put it away because I did a mistake and I didn't like it. And my little sister really wanted me to do a Winnie the Pooh cross stitch for her. So I did that instead, and this just become forgotten. So I recently found it again, and I was thinking that all the things I have started that just have been forgotten is not like a real UFO that I don't want to stitch on this anymore. It's more like I have started something else because it was a gift, mostly because it was a gift, or yeah. So things have been started, then put away, forgotten. When I'm finished with the gift, I have started something new. Don't remembering I had an old whip. So now I want to finish a lot of my UFOs. So 4 of them are in my Year of Whips. You saw them in the last YouTube video I put up. So, but yeah, here's the tiger. I just love him. Tigers have been my favorite animal since I was a little girl. As said, I started this when I was 6 and I love the tigers. I still do. See if you can see it. The looks almost white, but this is backstitched with the light gray color, and that was a pain in the ass. It was truly hard. It was difficult to see because it's stitched, a lot of it are stitched on the white and then goes over the colored areas. But I'm happy with the result. He looks amazing. So I'm glad for that. So over to my whips that I have going. The first one is my QS Huggable. when it is finished, it will look like this. The little dragon standing in front of the cookie jar, the teacup, tea bag, and a spoon. Last time I showed you this, I almost just have moved the frame. This is my piece for the 100 days of hate challenge I'm doing. I'm now past day 50, stitched every day for 50 days. Actually today is the 54th day. Still going strong, haven't missed the day. And here it is now. You can see I have worked some more on the leaves in the top. Did the first row completely finished up here and started working my way down here. So now you can see his second ear is the ear is finished. The rest here is the blue background. I'm saving some of the non-confetti parts for the by the number sale that will start the 1st of February. I am actually planning on trying to beat my record from January. In January I used 6 days to stitch 1200 stitches on this. So this month I will try to do it in 5 days and see if I can manage to do that. So that will be fun. So that was my QS Huggable. So over to my Pokemon. It's a freebie you can find, so I'm not that worried about showing the pattern. You can get it for free. Also, it's 1 page of 30 pages, so you have to go and download the pattern for yourself to actually manage to finish it. So here you can see Zapdos. I think I was finished with him last time. Moltres, I'm finished with his head, and it's not much of his body left. I'm also started on Flareon. Have the face finished. You can see here is the horn of Pinsir, and this is the top part of Polygon's head. So more Pokemon is showing up, and it's I like that. It's in the top here. It was I got very tired of this yellow orange color because it's in Zapdos and Moltres at the same time, and there was so much of that color. Pokemon, I like that it's a variety of colors, so when it's so much the same, it's not my favorite thing. So it's nice now when there's started to come a lot of new colors on this. All the needle minders you see on my project I have made myself. So yeah, I just bought some brooches or buttons and the earth magnets and glued them on. So that's basically my needle minders. I have actually for the first time bought needle minders, but I haven't gotten them yet in the mail, so you will see them when they come. Last thing I have worked on these last 2 weeks, actually these last days, is another UFO. This one takes a little more time. It's the baby bib, cute as a button. I have only the back stitching left, so I hope I will get this done today. I will have to see how sick I am. Last night I didn't get much stitches in at all. And this one takes much longer time than regular cross stitch because of, if you see, it's not Aida or linen, it's regular fabric, and you have to, I always use some time to find out where I have to put my needle to get the best coverage, for the X's to look the same. It was actually really hard to do the French knot on this fabric, so I struggled a lot in the beginning. You can see in the end they got nicer. So, but I'm not ripping it apart. It's supposed to be a cutesy pattern, so it's fitting when the French knots aren't 100% the same. So that's that. Hoping to get a finish soon. Just have to put back the needle so I don't lose it, because it's not a regular needle. It's one with the spiss on, because you have to puncture the fabric, so you don't want to lose that one. That was my whips, and I'm doing stitch from stash, so I have put in my budget. I actually have a $24 budget. I have used my expenses in the budget for this month is $82. And the credit from my finished project, remember last time I had a page finish on the QS Huggable. I have 12 Doctor's Clock finished, and now I have 2 more with the Tiger and the Mini Solar System. That makes a credit of a total of $60. So I ended up with having a positive balance of $2 left before February starts. So I'm really happy I managed to do that. When I saw the expenses, I thought that this will never go, but it did, so I'm happy. My plans, I've tried to find out what I will do with my plans. For now, the plans are a little bit special as long as I'm doing the 100 days challenge of Hade, because it takes, I usually do a block of 100 stitches a day, not fully, I just complete a block. So sometimes I do more, sometimes I do less. So it takes me about an hour to complete that, maybe 1.5 hours sometimes. If it's a lot of confetti like it was yesterday, I think I used almost 2 hours. So it takes some time from my stitching in the day. I'm fine with that. But it means that my plans have to be a little bit different now than they will be later. So for February, I'm hoping to get in 1200 stitches on the QS Huggable for the first 5 days. I hope to get the Cute as a Button bib finished before February starts, but it will be in my stitch from stash for February because I already entered my budget. And after that, I still want to try and get some of my UFOs done. So I'm thinking about the children in the garden pattern I had. If you're wondering how any of these patterns work, please look at my previous video, Flosstube number 2. I show you everything. I put in a lot of pictures in it when I edited. I don't think I will do this with this video because I'm sick, I'm tired, I don't have the energy. I just wanted to get a new Flosstube up for you guys and don't have to make you wait a long time. And I really enjoyed the interaction, so for myself, I didn't want to wait. So yeah, so if there's anything you're wondering how it looks, please go and look at that. For future videos, if I am in a good shape, I will edit, just not today. So my days of stitching is usually in the morning if I don't have anything special I have to do. I have a lot of doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So sometimes I can't stitch on the day. But then I try to do my QS huggable on the day. If I can't do it on the day, I will do it in the evening. I always do my QS huggable on Thursdays because then we have board game night. So I need to get it done before the board game night. So I never stitch anything else usually. I had tried, now when I'm doing the 100 days challenge, I try to put in Pokemon every Monday and Saturday for the Pokemon days and stitch them all Saturdays that Laura X Stitches that made the Pokemon Cross Stitchers group have made for the group. I'm also thinking about taking my Be Inspired every Tuesday, is Tattoo Tuesday sale for that. I don't know how often I will get to do it, but I will try. I'm also thinking about maybe not doing the Pokemon Mondays and instead doing the Mirabilia Mondays. So working on my Mirabilia. I have to see. Right now I try to work on what I want after the QS huggable because it goes up and down with my motivation to work on it. It's just some days I'm loving it, I could work on it all day, and some days I just want to throw it out the window because I'm getting tired of working on it. So yeah. More updates of plans will come. There's Olympic challenge. I haven't decided. Olympic challenge that Stitch Mania does. I haven't decided if I want to do that yet. I will have to see. And there's gonna be the Pokemon Cross Stitchers group gonna have a Pokemarch. I am gonna participate in that, so those plans will most likely come in February. So yeah, I think that was all for my plans. Usually when I'm about to do these floss tubes, I have a lot of things I'm thinking, oh, I need to remember that, I need to remember that, and when it comes to it, I just forget all the time. It's just my brain. And I'm branching, so yeah, it's not always I get to say everything I was planning to say. I have tried to make some notes to remember the most important parts. But yeah, after the challenge, the 100 Days of Hate challenge is done, I'm thinking of trying a rotation of working on a focus piece for 5 days 5 or 7 days and then use an app I have found that picks a random project I have to work on the other days in the week. I haven't totally found out how I will do it, if I like it, but I'm gonna try. So most likely I will focus on one project for a whole week and then switch over to something else. But as I said, I will have to see. I usually stitch what I want to stitch on. But I know if I set goals, I get much more done, because when I set myself goals of what I want to do, I usually treat myself to something I want afterwards. So the QS Soccer Ball, I always do it in the mornings, and after that I can choose what I want to stitch afterwards. I have done that, and that makes me so I actually do it, and it's not that hard to do for me. I'm a very competitive person, so also all the challenges is really good for my stitching, because I want to do it, and I want to do it fair and square. I never cheat. I don't like that. I am a board game person. I am a gamer. So I like to accomplish the challenges the right way. So for the 1200 stitches, as you see, I can show you, I go over the block, so it's not a fully 100 stitches in this block, but when I count it for the stitches I'm gonna do for the by the number SAL, I always count how much stitches is left in a block, and then I usually put up that let's say this time this block won't count. I have to finish it, but it won't count against my 1200 stitches, but these next ones will, because there's only 1 or 2 or 3 stitches in each block, so that will basically be the stitches I have done here. So I always take care of that I do more than 1200 stitches, that I don't get less. I'm very particular about that. For the challenges I have made, I don't have the book right now, but I have made a sketch of how the pages look and every block for the whole pattern. So I color out a block when I'm done with it, so I can count how many I have done and find out how much progress I have. It's not the exact progress because it's only fully finished blocks, but yeah, I will try to show you that next time how I do it. And then for the by the number SAL, I always mark off all the blocks I want to do for that challenge. I write the numbers on them, and as I said, I sometimes takes more than just 12 blocks. That would be 1200 stitches, because I want to make sure I have more. So that's how I do that. So let's see. I was hoping it wouldn't be a very long video this time, but I see I'm already at 30 minutes. It won't be much left. So left I have some racks. I have some haul. I haven't got much in the mail lately. Most of my things I buy from the internet, so it takes some time before I get it, and takes some time before I can show you it. And yes, while I remember, Laura X Stitches has, she is, what is it called? She's getting a year older. She's having her birthday in February, and I convinced her that we could do a sale together, a birthday sale. I will try to, I haven't gotten the link to the pattern she decided we were gonna do, so I will try and remember to link that later on this video. I will edit it, or I will just do a new video where you can see it. I will tell you about it. So I'm gonna do that. In December, I had a very big FOMO about the Pinky the Pink Princesses from, I think it's Hannah Alexander that has designed them. I got very scared of not getting them all, because I want to do them, but I want to have them all. I want to do them all if I'm gonna do them. So I was on her site, there was one pattern or two that wasn't there, so I got really scared that they had been sold out, but they weren't. Every time someone buys a pattern, she has to go in and upload a new one because of the numbering of the patterns. She have a limited, it's a limited edition. You know, there's only so many patterns you can buy. So she was so nice that she made me a link so I could go to where I could buy all the patterns from the princesses. So I did. So I now have all the princesses. I bought them in December. And Michelle Bendy Stitchy, she is also doing her birthday sale in March. It's the princesses, so I'm gonna do one of them in March, or start one of them then. I have also been thinking of trying to do some stitch with me. I don't have a tripod, but I think I have found a way to MacGyver how I will film. Most likely I will use some threads to bind my iPad in, because that's what I film on, and have it laying against the couch. If you can see the edge of the couch, and we have some hooks on the window, and just try to fasten the threads in those hooks, and just, yeah, see if I then can film while I stitch. I stitch in the couch. I'm actually sitting right beside my place in the couch. If you want to see my stitching spot, it's right here. There's where I sit. There's my lamp. One of the lights has gone out, so we have to fix that. So most likely I will have to fix the light before I can film the stitch with me, because right now the light that I have is so bad that I almost can't see what I stitch at the evenings. And I live in Norway. It's still winter, so it gets dark around 5-6 o'clock outside. So I usually can sit and stitch from 7 p.m. when my son is in bed, and then it's dark outside, so I have to have good light inside to be able to stitch. I see that the light is making a turn it off. It was making a glare in the video, so I hope none of you are very irritated by that light I just realized I had on my video. So to my so if you want me to make a stitch with me, please leave a comment and say so. I already have one person that has said she will watch me if I do it, and that's good enough for me to do it. I'm also thinking about, when I do the stitch with me, of doing some tags. There's a lot of tags that I want to do, but I feel like my videos my updates are so long that I don't want to do them in the update videos, because I have trouble getting the film from my iPad to my computer so I can upload it to YouTube, because my iPad will only allow a 15-minute video to be uploaded to YouTube. So yeah, can't make them too long or else I struggle. So over to some haul. One of the ways I got to know Laura X Stitches was actually through she watched my video and commented, so I went over to her site and wanted to watch her, and she was doing I think it was a D-stash where she did give the patterns for free. I know the first one that said they wanted patterns from her the first time she did the live video. They actually got free postage also. That's amazing. She's so kind. She's giving away her patterns, and yeah, she also paid the postage. So they finally came. I asked for 2 of her patterns I really did like and wanted, and she gave it to me for free. And after that we just kept on talking. So I got this lovely letter that she did write some very nice words in. So one of the racks I did get was these bookmarks of a koala bear and a kangaroo, which koala bear and kangaroo, it's also in my top 10 list of favorite animals in the world. It's there with the tiger and the red panda and foxes. Yeah, I think I almost like all the animals, but I have a top 10, I have. And then I got the second pattern, that's a black work design. So this will be my first time doing black work design, and it's a mermaid. Laura has finished this, so if you want to see it finished, go to her Flosstube and you can actually see how it is finished. Lovely design, and I'm thinking I would love to have it in the bathroom, most likely, when it's done, or in my bedroom, because she fits with the colors there. And then I have another rack. Not rack, Adopt a Whip. I say it's a rack because it's the pattern I did get. And Marianne did put out, and I was so lucky to win, and it's this one. The teddy bear is hugging under an umbrella, and I really think it's so cute. I like this one. So most likely my year of whips. I'm glad we can put more whips in the year of whips, because I most likely will do that in this year that I first planned. So that was my RAK. I have more coming in the mail. And I posted it on the Soulful Stitching group on Facebook and Off the Grid Needle Art Off the Grid Friday Off the Grid group on Facebook that Carolyn is doing from Off the Grid Needle Art. And got a lot of comments on it. First one I showed was Laura. She was really excited for me. In December, there is this seller on eBay I used to buy DMC floss. He has two separate, you can, more than two separate, but you can pick your own colors. And if you write pick your color on eBay, you will get to his what he is selling. He is selling one where you can buy the old new ones. You can choose also for them. You can choose from all the DMC, including the old new ones, the 3895, and yeah, in that bulk. I think max you can buy 12 of one color, but you can have 100 different colors when you buy them. He has also made one that is 50 Norwegian kroners more expensive. I think that will be like $4 or $5 US. Where you also can pick the new ones, DMC colors, the 01 to 35. So, but first I thought that he did raise his prices with the DMC colors, because the one I usually have used to buy from was going out, but I found out afterwards, like 2 weeks ago or something, that it actually, he has renewed it, so you can get what I call the cheaper one. It's not a big difference. For me in Norway, where it's very expensive to get floss, this is, all these floss I have bought is for 1/5 of the price I would have paid in Norway to get them. So it's a really big difference. So I went a little bananas in December buying floss. So I did go through every project I had bought and wanted to do. And so yeah. So I ended up with buying, he sells them in, you can pick 100 colors you want. I also think he maybe have for 50 skeins you can buy, pick your color. And he also have another one that's for specialty threads. You can buy like, I think it's 15 specialty threads. Skeins, it's more expensive, but still cheaper for me to buy. So I have used previously. So yeah, I went bananas, and here's one bag. So there's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and 600 skeins of floss, of DMC floss. So now I am ready for partying with the Friday Off the Grid. I'm ready for my year of whips, because now I have all the DMC colors that I need to complete the projects. I have my floss fairy. I have ordered the specialty floss from her, so I'm waiting on getting that, but I'm sure they soon will come to me. And with me starting so many new whips for the year of whips, I found out I need more floss organizers. So I went on eBay. I just bought the cheap one with free shipping, but I don't mind. I like these. I never had a real Paco organizer, so these will do. So you take your threads and lay them over, and just, these are inside here and they lay nice fine, and you have these cards inside. You can write, I usually write the numbers and the symbol for the project. So I bought 4 of those. I have one more. I'm not a big fan of pink, but if I buy pink stuff, I know my husband don't take them, usually. It's only my measuring tape that he is still running away with that is pink. So, but there I managed to buy some more, and I have hidden them so he can't find them, because I need my measuring tapes when I'm hitting up projects, cutting my fabric. Because when I buy fabric, I usually try and buy as much as I can, and then the fabric will come in a big piece, which usually is 2 or 3 pieces in one. So I have to cut them, and then I zigzag the edges. And it's good to have a measuring tape when you're doing that, so I don't have to count every hole. I also have seen that a lot of my projects have blended threads. So in my master box, I found out it's not easy doing the blended threads, because you have to end the color when you're doing it, and that's not always the way I stitch. So I gotten these cards. So I'm planning on I have some tapes with the paper on the front of the tape where I can write on, and then just put it on here. So I'm thinking of placing the symbol and just the name of the project, so I can have all my blended threads on this one. So I bought 4 of them. So I don't know if I will need every one, but most likely I will use it in the end. If not for blended threads, I will use this as a floss organizer. If I travel or go visiting someone, I really like to have the floss organizer, because then I just put the floss I need on, stick it with my project bag where I have my fabric. I have this little purse inside my purse where I have extra needles. I have a needle minder in there. I have scissors. I usually have a pen, so I always can write down if there's something special I need to write down. So I have it in my purse, so I take with me with the travel bag, my project bag that I'm just make a travel bag. So I have what I need to stitch when I'm not at home. So then I really like these ones. So for the smaller project, I usually use these, even though I have the master set. I remember I have forgotten 3 more patterns I did get in the mail. It's 2 Mirabilia patterns, but I will have to show you that next time. If I don't remember it, try and shout out to me and I will show you that eventually. One of them I am planning on doing when I get finished with the Mirabilia I am doing now, the Winter Queen, and it's the Stargazer. I think the second one was Moonflower, she's called, and there I also did get the embellishment pack, so I have all the beads I need. And the last one was Dimensions Kit, Santa's Secret. So if you know what they are, then you probably have seen them. So that's that. So this was my update. I would like you to comment if you want me to do a weekly update, if you want me to do a every second week update or a monthly update, because I have not figured out what I like the best myself. So leave a comment what you think, and I will consider it when planning for Flosstube in further videos. I also want to do a stitch with me. So first I was thinking maybe 1 week a stitch with me, the second week a update, and so on. And lastly, I have to show you my favorite t-shirt. I have it on today. It says, "I'm a gamer, not because I don't have a life, but because I choose to have many." So it's really good t-shirt. It's nice and soft. So that was it for me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and commenting. I really enjoy interacting with you guys. You are amazing. And if you want a stitching friend, don't be afraid to contact me. You can contact me here on Flosstube, or you can contact me on my Instagram. If you search Stitching Marie, you will find me, but the real name is XINAPUZEN. It's just a gamer name I have used that is part English. Sina is English and the rest is Norwegian, and I have done that because when I am gaming, it's nice for other Scandinavian people to be able to find me easy, because they see my name and they're like, "Oh yeah, she is Norwegian or Danish or Swedish." And I don't know, I have always done that. It's nice to sometimes find someone from your own country that likes the same thing as you do. When coming to gaming, it's easier to play with people in the same time zone as you. So that's why it's a special Instagram name. I have had it a long time. So again, thank you so much for coming, for watching me, subscribing, supporting me. I can't believe I'm almost at 150 subscribers, and this is my third YouTube Flosstube video, and I'm so amazed, I'm so humbled. I can't talk about it too much because then I will cry. I wasn't a crier before, but after I did get my son, when I did get the RAKs I have gotten, I cried. That's what I did when I get them in the mail. I'm so touched, and you're such great people. I really love you all. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!